Brendan, it's been 2 weeks off. Can we just start with an injury update for the likes of Cameron, Callum, Rio Hatate, Lewis Palmer?
Yes, Cameron is fine. Rio Hatate back and available in the squad, which is great news. He's worked very hard. He's played a bounce game in the time off, and he's built up his fitness. So it's great news that he's back. Yang has come back with a bit of tightness, so we just need to make sure that that's nothing more serious. He'd obviously played 260 minutes and 30 minutes, and whilst he was away, so he's come back a little bit tight. So we just have to check and make sure he's okay. Lewis Palmer probably will just miss out on this weekend, but hopefully will be available soon. And Callum, he's been out on the field, but we're not risking him in this game. So, but should hopefully rejoin training next week.
So Callum's got a chance of playing next weekend's game against Rangers then?
Yes, yeah, very good chance, yeah.
Just wanted to get your reaction to the news this morning. The SPFL putting out that for next campaign there'll be a 5% allocation for away fans in Celtic and Rangers matches. What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's absolutely great news, I think, for everyone. I think that it's certainly something that this club have championed for a number of years. It's the iconic nature of the fixture, and it's because of the supporters. So to be able to get whatever it is, 2,500 supporters into the stadium, and hopefully over time that can grow as well. But to have them in, it's everything, because that's what the game's about. The game is about the players on the field and the supporters in the stand, and especially in this fixture, this is really what makes it. So it's absolutely fantastic news, and not before time as well.
Yeah, you said there that hopefully it could increase from the 2,500. Is that the aim of everyone here at the club, that this is a starting point and perhaps it can grow in future seasons?
Well, the aim at Celtic was never to change it. So if it can get back to where it was before it was changed, then that would be absolutely great news for everyone.
In terms of next week, though, you're not going to have any supporters when you do go to Ibrox. Does it make a difference? You feel that when you do have those 2,500 away fans, it makes a difference when you go to such a hostile environment?
You know we have a game on Sunday.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
But just going forward.
Yeah, I'm only interested in the game.
Going forward, you feel that it will
talk about that next week.
Okay, in terms of this weekend's game, then last time you visited Livingston, it was 3-0. A tough game, 10 men for a long time. What are you expecting this weekend?
Likewise, I think that we seen only a few weeks ago that we played Livingston and they gave us a tough game. We were very good going forward in the game, but gave up too much on the other side. So that's something that we will need to be better in. But overall, I'm really happy where we're at after the international break, getting players back. The squad's looking strong, and the players have been really, really good in training, and we look to take that into the game. We know it'll be a challenge for us, as it always is at Livingston, but as you said, we played well there last time, and we look to do that again.
You devised a plan to deal with the touchline ban as well.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, I won't be going golfing, that's for sure. But no, I'll. Listen, the ban. It was obviously disappointed to get banned for obviously the first time in my career. But I respect the decision, and we'll find a way around it. And as I said, we will prepare. We have been preparing all week for the game, and over these next couple of days, just finalising that. The players will go in, and I'll have my seat in the stand, and I'm sure I'll be able to have communication from them.
You say it's the first time in your career will be an unusual experience then for you, something you've thought about at all over these last few weeks?
No, not overly thinking it. It's obviously only yesterday it was confirmed, so... But I think I've always been a coach that has liked and loved being down on the pitch side with the players. So if I need to make any changes and make any quick changes, it's there. But I've also got big trust in my staff here as well. And like I say, we'll be in communication, but the players will go into the game knowing exactly what it is they have to do, and then, as I said, we'll have that communication with the bench.
Was it a relief that it was only one immediate game? Obviously, it might be more challenging if it was the following week as well.
No, it is what it is. We, as I said, I was disappointed with the one and the one game suspended, but like I said, it was the SFA. It was all done very professional, and like I say, I have a huge thanks to the club, because Celtic gave me, unwavering support in the defence of the breach, and but as I said, we accept it and we move on from it.
Can I just ask you, in general, I think the club statement said you hope to kind of push up standards with relations to the VAR refereeing. I was speaking to Stuart Kettle yesterday, and he was talking about he hopes there can be a serious talks between clubs, managers and match officials to help iron out some issues, maybe around VAR and handball and the interpretation of handball rule. Is that something you'd be in favour of, just maybe getting around the table at the end of the season or before the start of next season?
Yeah, but I think it's something that the misunderstanding, the misinterpretation of my comments after the Hearts game, because that's all I've ever looked to do in both times I've been up here, was increase the standard, whether that was in VAR or whether it was on pitches and the quality of pitches, so the standard of the game is better. So that's always something that has to be driven, I feel. So and clearly VAR is one of those operations that we want to see improve. So it's only been up here a short period of time, so we want to look to develop it and improve it. But that is also the same, I would say, for pitches, to improve the standard of pitches. So it's always something that the standards of what we try to create in the league and throughout the football up here, that is always at the forefront of my mind.
When you've got players coming back from injury, and you've got obviously the run coming up, but the next game is on a plastic pitch, how much does that kind of play a part in your team selection, and is there maybe players that might play less or more based on that? Yeah,
you certainly have to consider it. It's something that, like for example, Callum, we have to think along that route. So there's no doubt it comes into your thinking, and especially on the back of an international break where players have been travelling. But yeah, listen, I think we're all hopeful in the future that we'll have quality grass pitches here, of which the supporters can hopefully see the best possible game that they can. But at this moment in time, we play on, the plastic pitch, so we have to deal with that. And of course, that means we have to then think about team selection, the welfare of the player, and obviously from Callum's perspective, it's probably too much of a risk for us.
Yeah. Can I just ask as well, obviously at times this season the team has struggled to go on consistent winning runs. There's only been a couple of times this season where they've won more than kind of 3 games in a row. What do you think needs to really change kind of for the end of the season to make sure that the team can get over the line?
I think from an attacking perspective, when we look at all the metrics around that, actually the attacking side of the game has been okay. Probably the only thing we might have been efficiency in completing opportunities, and where we haven't maybe quite been the same as from our defensive side. And I think that is ultimately what allows you to go on consistent runs. If you look on the runs that we have done, that has coincided with both sides of our game being really good, where we've been offensively really strong, but also closed up the back door really and not giving too much away. So that will be key for us, having that defensive mentality, not giving too much away, but at the same time then with our attack creating that efficiency and hopefully that will give us that consistency through to the end of the season.